Children back to school seem rather alleviated if the numbers of new infections is anything to go by. Since late November, the number of new infections have been falling daily, the drop in the last 4 days being the most consistent and lowest. Zainab Mohammed with the details.
As some countries in the world go on a second round of total lockdown due to a peak in COVID-19 infections, Kenya is gearing to an official school reopening on the 4th of January. And the risk could not be any less if the latest COVID-19 numbers of new infections are to be believed. Kenya is just emerging from what was considered as a second wave that started in October. But it has been a sigh after sigh of relief in the last couple of weeks. The number of new infections have been falling almost daily. As at November 21st, the numbers have been fluctuating from as low as 114 to a high of 427 on December 23rd. The last 4 days have recorded the most consistent drop since 25th December. The numbers have been steadily falling from 282 on Christmas to 130 on the 26th to 80 and 69 cases on the 27th and 28th respectively. The news couldn't be better for the Ministry of Education and other stakeholders as they get ready to reopen schools in a week's time. This even as leaders from Kiambu County call on the Parliamentary Committee on Education to ensure inspections of all schools are done ahead of the reopening. The leaders led by Kiambu MP Jude Jomo say the budget set aside for school reopening is not enough.
The government have set aside some funds which are supposed to go into these kind of activities. We have not received the funds as yet in our primary schools. But we did this, we talked to our friends because we want to be ready. We don't want our children to come to school, then we don't have washing stations, we are not ready for them. We want to get prepared. But we are still expecting the funds from the government. We are expecting them to come to schools so that they can supplement what we have already done.
I'm requesting the executive to ensure that we get serious with this COVID issue because the money that has come down, it is not felt. Even the issue of desks, nothing has been received in the schools.
Further, the leaders lamented on the small number of classes and desks vis-a-vis the number of students, saying most schools might not reopen due to inability to sustain the students' capacity in keeping with the COVID-19 guidelines.
I understand that most of the schools don't have extra classrooms because we have not had the funds to build the extra classrooms. Most of the schools don't have the washing bays. Most of the schools don't have the masks to give to the students, while parents are demanding for all that. So I think it is a joint effort from the leaders to the parents.
The Ministry of Education insists all schools must reopen on the 4th of January, with local administration given firm instructions to make sure all learners report to school. Zainab Mohammed, TV47.